Well, this is kind of a test run since I now have I guess, an iPhone, even though it's supposed to be an Android. I have had a heck of a time, and I didn't even want to get into my tablet. But anyway, all I got to do is say to freaking Android, if I wanted an iPhone, I would have bought one, and I didn't want one. Anyway, this is a test run. I'm on my way out to the Sacred Circle. Now, some of you might not know, because I haven't posted in a while, that the TP burned down. I had been lighting candles. We saw that I was lighting candles all winter. I did it 4 summers and 4 winters. It was morning. I had a candle lit. I ended up leaving because I had to pee. I should have just peed outside. I was worried about poison ivy because it's been clearing, and stranger things have happened. Then I decided when I came back out, I decided to go get the mail. And then I went to get the mail. My neighbor was out. So we ended up talking, and his kids called me Grandma Timmy. So I started talking to them. I got back up, and I read started to check around the corner. Now, my husband had an appointment. He came home at 9:30, and he walked out there and made sure everything was okay at 9:30. So it was just about 9:45 when I walked up the driveway with the mail and met up, went in the house. He was making coffee. Hey, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah. I don't know what happened. I went and did something in the house. And Tom smelled smoke. A lot of smoke. But the neighbors have fires and we burn, everybody burns, so he didn't think much of it. Well, Kiana went to let lock out about 10:15. Now, mind you, at 9:30 when my husband got home, the TP was fine. We had gotten an alert for high wind warning and thunderstorms, which we did get, and they came on quick. So this is what I think happened. The wind picked up while I was inside. The candle was in a lantern. It was on those tables that I had in there that I don't normally have. They come out for summer. In fact, I wish I would have brought the table out. I got chairs now, no table. But anyway, he yells for me to come to the back door. So immediately I think there's something wrong with the dogs. And I'm standing out there and there's no dogs. And he says, "What's missing?" And I'm like, and I looked out in the woods and my teepee was gone. I walked out there and apparently the high wind knocked a piece of it over and it knocked into the lantern, and I had plastic on the ground so when you went inside you could sit. And then I had plastic around trying to keep the wind and give it some privacy, and obviously all winter long keeping the snow out. Well, because of the plastic, it burned hot and it burned fast. Thank God for the sacred circle, because the stones are what stopped the fire from crossing over. Now I have the pond, which would have probably stopped it, but if it got through the dog pen into the back of the house, I don't know. Not to mention the rest of the woods, because they're full of old grapevine, and that's what went up, is the grapevine. I have spent a good 4 days. I cleared everything. Everything is gone. I got one bucket left to bring back. I have decided to turn the sacred circle area where the teepee was into a ground altar, where I will not be leaving candles lit when I leave the woods. They will be coming with me, and I will finish burning them on my altar. If I have to let go of you, and then when I'm in the house say, "Hey, I'm in the house, sorry I had to go to the bathroom," or whatever I had to do, let the dog out, here we are, ready to finish the candle magic. Yeah, I for now will not be leaving candles alone in the woods. I will be bringing the spells inside my house to one of my altars and burning them that way, or the deck. But I'm going to be out there. I've been a little bummed about it, but change is good. And what was interesting, and a friend of mine who's a medium brought up, the fire was quick. 9:30 to 10:15, that was very quick. And I'm very lucky. It went around the sacred circle, and that's it. And if you literally look at it, it looks like a dragon. I swear to God. The head, the body, the wings, the tail. It looks like a dragon. I swept it all up, got the leaves. So now what I have is a grove. That's what it looks like, a picnic area or a camping area. And I turned the base of the teepee after I cleaned it all out, put the rocks back around in a circle, and my daughter's going to build a pentacle for me tomorrow. And I will be doing all my candle magic there. And when I leave, all the candles are coming with me. That's the deal that I have made with the woodland creatures, which is apparently the things that I've been getting in my pictures. I was concerned I wasn't going to be welcome anymore. And the day that I took a walk looking for boulders, because I figured I would just turn it into an altar. And what's nice now is nobody has to get up, because the sacred circle didn't have a lot of room, even with the altar outside the circle. It was hard for people to maneuver together. So if we wanted to go Withershins or diesel or whatever, it wasn't working out. And for you that don't know what that means, it means go clockwise or counterclockwise. But anyway, I'm going to hopefully have her get that pentacle done. And then what stands is saving $300 a month and getting the plastic shed. I know, plastic. Wood rots, and I don't have a person that can take care of it, and I can't. I would rather have plastic and power wash it. That I can do. And I have plenty of furniture and things to go in it, so I can make it very cozy and very comfortable. And that is my goal. It cannot be by the sacred circle. It has to go by Luna Circle, because technically that land out there I don't own. Nobody's ever gotten upset with me for having stuff there. But of course there's no remnants that anything happened, because I raked and cleaned it all up. So now I have a clear grove. There is a little damage to one tree, but as it rained and rained and rained. So unless I'm asked straight out, then I'm not saying anything. Didn't hurt anything. We're, like I said, very, very lucky. And the fact too is people really need to understand when they do magic or practice magic, things really happen. So you have to make sure that you have all your ingredients, all the things that you need. And be careful. Even a seasoned witch like me, 3rd degree, it wasn't smart. It really wasn't smart leaving those things in the teepee or next to the tree. 1,000 things could have happened. And on a bumming note, Majestica is still calling out there, but she will not call to me, and she will not have a conversation with me anymore. So I think she's mad, and she has a right to be. I keep telling her, I hope that when you're unmad at me, that we can hang out. Being today is Mother's Day, it is a big deal for me. I had 3 wonderful kids. My first son, Thomas J., then Kiana Cheyenne, and then Ashton Slade. They are living their lives, doing their thing. I'm very thankful to my daughter, because she's helping us out. and she has been. And she gets a lot of crap for it sometimes, and I wish she wouldn't, because she's taking care of us, and she's taking care of her handicapped father. Her father that doesn't get out of bed all day because he can't walk. And you boys need to understand Dad can't walk anymore. He puts on a good front when he's at your house. He really does, Tommy. Otherwise, he's in bed all day. I am the one outside trimming, clipping, raking. I'm doing all the things that Jeanette did to try to make the place, the outside, nice. I did steal your furniture, your deck furniture. I don't really have anything. So, that table that I got with my mom, I'm gonna put it underneath the pine trees. What's left of my pine trees. Anyway, I just wanted to let everybody know what happened at the TP, and then talk about being careful if you're out in the woods or on your deck or near your house, or some people on the roof. Little things can happen. You can have a tea light and it can start it can start a fire. And it can burn unbelievably fast and hot. And that's exactly what happened, and I'm very, very lucky that that fire didn't burn my house down. So anyway, this one is about being careful. Even if you're not a seasoned Wiccan like me, remember to be cautious and careful with your candles, with your incense, with the things that you wear. Just have that second sight. I will be taking everybody out, so everybody will get to see what happened, kinda. And I'm excited to move forward, and I'm excited to see, how using these circles and getting the shed, what that's going to be like. Having a shed is going to be like having a little apartment, and that is something that I need. I need a place I can just go to say, and nobody bother me. So, and then of course it's going to be for teaching, obviously, for doing tarot readings, for doing any type of Reiki or any type of healing, and just for me to recharge. I need a place I can just recharge. I wish I could put a hot tub in it, and then it would have been absolutely perfect. Oh, I miss my hot tub. I miss a lot of things. My life has changed very much. I used to have this big, beautiful house. I mean, it was big, and it was filled with you can just imagine. Pool table. I shot pool on Mondays, 9-ball. On Tuesdays, 9-ball. Or, excuse me. Monday, 9-ball. Tuesdays was rough cut, so it wasn't ball in hand, it was just regular. I mean, I shot a week. I was out in the bars shooting pool. I made a lot of friends. I had a good time. I had a 1986 IROC Z28, and I had a 1969 GTO that I just restored. So I had two fancy cars to drive, my truck, this big, beautiful house. I have parties all the time. And now I don't have any of that stuff. It was taken away for a reason. A spiritual reason. And now I'm rebuilding. Not exactly in the house that I really want to be in, but it's home. And through it all, I'd rather be outside because I have more control of everything that's outside. When you're doing your Wicca, if you're doing it on a deck, side yard, backyard, in the woods like me, be very cautious and be very careful. I am very, very lucky that the goddess and the god were watching out for me. And as far as that, peeing in the woods. And if I have to leave for an indefinite amount of time, then I take them with me and finish burning them in the house. So anyway, I'm going to bring out there happy full moon, happy Mother's Day, and I just wanted to give everybody an update why I haven't been on the channel. No, I didn't travel again. I was supposed to go see Ashton, but that's not going to happen right now. We have both our trucks are down, kinda. They need repairs, and the GTO is technically going to my son's house, so me putting it on the road and driving it would probably piss him off. I really hope to get this shed. It would be a godsend to have this little house where I could, practice Reiki, do my tarot readings, assist somebody who's learning. I'm falling asleep. It is almost 4 o'clock in the morning, but as soon as I hit that cold air, it instantly wakes me up. Anyway, blessed be everybody.